Canada's military mission in Afghanistan is now officially over, but there are big questions about that country's future, including international aid. Over the last 12 years, Canada has sent more than $1 billion to Afghanistan, and there are very real concerns about what will happen if that financial help dries up. The CBC's Paul Hunter has just returned from Kabul, and a warning: you may find some of the images in his story disturbing.
Amid the cacophony of Afghanistan's capital, a noise to remind everyone that life in this place remains dire. At the Indira Gandhi Public Hospital, the crying is 24/7. Not just children, but emaciated, fetus-like, deeply malnourished children. It's enough to make you cry along with them. Or, as this mother does, shout at doctors in an urgent panic.
Even the hospital doesn't have enough milk.
Karima's daughter, Arzo, is almost literally just skin and bones.
When I first brought her here 12 days ago, her feet were swollen. She had worms and diarrhea. I don't know how she got like this.
Child malnutrition is bad enough in Kabul, but it's worse outside the city. Even after all these years of foreign aid coming into Afghanistan, this particular problem is growing dramatically. Some say as many as 1 in 10 Afghan children suffer this way.
Afghanistan needs a lot of help for everybody. The donations don't reach the poor. I didn't get any aid.
The child malnutrition unit here gets about 50 new patients per month. In the summertime, that number typically doubles. And about once a week, all year long, a child dies in one of these beds. Consider those we saw in our visit. Hasina, 2.5 months old, she weighs 2.3 kilograms. That's less than 5 pounds. Marwa, she's 1.5 months old and 2 kilograms. Sarah is 3.7 kilograms and 4 months old. And on it goes. Saeed Mohammed, Najiba, Sama, Fatima. And then there's Arzo. That is a regular-sized cot. Here she is up close. She's 5 months old and a little over 2 kilograms. And the place, by the way, is filthy. Bugs abound. And what medicine there is appears stale. Making the rounds whenever he can, malnutrition unit Dr. Mohammed Ajan, who helps out as best he can, even as it breaks his heart.
It makes everybody cry. It's only natural as a human being.
Acute malnourishment at this age, we're told, can lead to permanently stunted limbs and a permanently stunted brain. It's clear Afghanistan still desperately needs help. Our visit was at around the time Canada's troops were leaving this country for good after a dozen years of trying to make it a better place. Other countries are pulling out this year as well, and though the world pledges aid will continue, Afghans fear it's a promise soon to be forgotten. Not to mention, said everyone at the hospital, as foreign troops leave, there's another equally grim expectation.
Of course, everybody has that fear that the Taliban will come back. As an Afghan, everybody knows that.
The Taliban will return and Afghanistan will go back to the way it was. Rivers of blood.
Karima told us at her home east of Kabul, the Taliban already controls the countryside. No wonder aid has a hard time getting through. And so the problems continue. And the fears, and the cases of child malnutrition, a tiny window on Afghanistan's myriad challenges. 12 years after the world came to help, and as it prepares to leave, Afghanistan suffers still. Paul Hunter, CBC News, Kabul.